So fill this out.
You want to see me Tuesday, 4 o'clock? I give you Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Every business, I have 5 companies now. We'll do 100 million this year. I started every one of those companies with no money. Zero money, man. Just hustle and grit and courage. I've called on people I didn't want to be with. I've done things I didn't want to do, okay? It is not about doing what you love. It's about doing whatever it takes to make your dreams a reality, to be closed and stay closed. If you're not closed on your product, if you're not buying your own product, why would you expect anybody else to? Man, $400 is a lot of money. Your prospect says to you, $400, do it. Listen to me, man. You're 32 years old. You've been trying to save money for 20 years and you hadn't. Do it and do it now. I don't need anything special here. I'm not going to be empathetic. Quit being stupid. Write the check. I don't know if the compliance guy likes that or not, but I know this. Look, if you believe in what you're selling, how many of you believe in what you're selling? Then close the deal. Then close the deal, okay? Learn to close and you'll never be without work. You'll never be without money. You'll have an organization that is booming in affluence. You'll have a pipeline full. You'll have appointments filled up. Right? I call it, a group called me yesterday. I'm actually trying to do a deal with CNBC, and the guy says, I'm interested. I said, good, I'll be there tomorrow. Call me back. I'm flying into New York tomorrow. What am I trying to do right now? By the way, I was supposed to be here. I'll fly into New York tomorrow. I could be there tomorrow, Mr. Ackerman. Okay, how does that work? I can't do tomorrow. I was going to be here anyway, and I'm trying to close the deal. Let me close the deal. I'll figure out how to be in 2 places at one time later. Right? Some of you in the room, they're like, hey, I can see you at 4 o'clock on Tuesday, right? And the customer says to you, I'll see you at 4 o'clock on Tuesday too. Let me look at my calendar. Like you're so busy. Dude, that is so old. That is so old. And it's dishonest. It's dishonest. You want to see me Tuesday, 4 o'clock? I give you Tuesday at 4 o'clock. Agree to it. Done. Done. I'll call you if something changes. If there's an earthquake between now and next Tuesday morning, there's a massive earthquake and I can't be there. Do you think everybody will understand? Commit first, figure the rest out later. Close the deal right now. Fill your calendar up. Your calendar's got the devil all over it. White space on a calendar and you will meet the devil. You don't need to die, okay? You go 2 or 3 days without anything going on, how many of you start having doubts? You're in hell. Oh my God, this isn't gonna work for me. There's nobody coming in. I'm not gonna hit my target. Okay, I know what I'll do. I'll lower my target. But that's the devil doing that, man. That's a criminal. Never, ever, if you're taking notes, never lower a target. Never lower a target. Never lower a target. Your mom and dad would tell you to lower a target. A manager might tell you to lower a target. Be reasonable. Be reasonable with yourself. Just bring it down a little bit. No, man. Criminal products are created like that. A guy sees the girl that he wants. That's the girl. She says no. He goes to another girl. Right? Gave up on his dream. If you're going to give up on your own dream, how are you going to build an organization?
Solid stuff. Any comments, thoughts? Nice. So what we're doing is we're working our way through the advanced training course, right? So if you don't have this, then get it. But we're just working through it every day in this class right here together. So yesterday we went over your why, which if you didn't watch it, go to YouTube, it's on there. And then we went over industry knowledge yesterday. We're going to get a little bit into bug knowledge today as well, just so you kind of know. But all the resources are here. So from 11 to 11:30, you're here with me and I'm teaching you things and I'm showing you stuff. From 11:30 to 12, You guys are role playing, practicing, and recording your pitch, finishing these training courses. That's when you're doing those things. Just schedule it in. Just get it done. Otherwise, you'll never get it done. From 11:30 to 12 is when you do your personal training. So history of pest control, yeah, we don't need that. You guys can go through and look at all the different phobias. Just know that every time I get on this thing, I start coughing. Just know people are like deathly afraid of bugs. Size of the industry, the industry is worth billions of dollars. The top companies are making billions of dollars. The bottom companies are making like 5 million. You guys can go on this thing and look at all the different companies. So this is a cool one. Major companies in the industry. You guys can pull this up and you guys can look at all the big companies in the industry and get to know them. But we're going to do a little bit better than that today. So bugs and more. So getting to know like bugs and everything. So you guys should go through this, and we're not going to take the time, but you guys should go through this and watch these little videos, because each of them are a couple minutes long, and by the end of it, you'll know more about the bug than 99% of the people. So like, here's one you can just click on.
Experts presents 10 things you need to know about mosquitoes. Everyone knows mosquitoes are annoying little pests. They bite you,
So it's really fun. Like, watch those, and it's mosquito season, guys. You should be out there selling mosquitoes to everybody. You should be out there selling quarterly pest control and mosquitoes. Right now is freaking like game time. Right now is like the best time in the world for the pest control industry. For a door-to-door knocker for pest control, right now is the time. It's mosquito season. It's daylight savings this weekend. It's the beginning of the season, so everybody's going to be shopping for pest control. There's never a better time than right now to sell pest control, because you can sell it all. It's termite season. It's mosquito season. It's bug season. There's rodents. Man, I was in this neighborhood yesterday with new builds for miles, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm just going to start knocking doors, because I'd sell 20 a day out here. So watch that about mosquitoes so you can get passionate and tell people about mosquitoes. Watch this one about termites so you can tell people about termites. Watch this one about rodents. It's 1 minute long. This one's 3 minutes long. Wasps. So do a quick little one on this. Watch this.
Paper wasps are one of the most common wasps, with over 20 species of paper wasps in North America alone, and over 200 species worldwide. Come explore the lifestyle of this well-known wasp on this episode of Animals for the Win. The paper wasp nest is made from plant material mixed with saliva, resembling paper in some ways. Adult paper wasps feed on nectar and pollen, and sometimes hunt for insects like caterpillars and flies, which they use to feed their young. Insects are caught, eaten, and regurgitated into the mouth of each larva, which develop in cells. Wasps are considered beneficial because they pollinate flowers and help keep pest populations like caterpillars under control. Paper wasps are often confused with yellow jackets. While paper wasps have long, slender bodies, yellow jackets are more compact and stubby. The main distinction being that yellow jackets usually build their nests underground, and paper wasps choose open areas protected from the weather, such as this overhang. During the summer season, female workers hatch first, then the males, and then fertile queens hatch last in the season. In the fall, mated queens seek a protected place to lay low for the winter, and the rest of the colony dies off. Mated queen.
So you can watch that. One thing that you should have just heard is, come winter, the queens are going to be looking for a place to nest for the winter, a hiding place. So that's why we need to sweep the eaves so that come winter, the ones that are going to reproduce aren't climbing into your attic and then dropping down through the house or creating a colony inside. So different bugs, just go through and watch those. Cool stuff about roaches, spiders. After this, it would take you like 30 minutes to watch all of those. So company knowledge. So this is a really important one because we're working on switchovers, right? Because we're in a pest control industry and everyone has pest control out here in Texas because you have to have it. So you guys know about DanCan, but we're going to focus on Romex right now. So in here, there's different videos for you to click on about like what makes Romex unique. Quick little pop quiz. So in your guys' opinion, I'm going to stop sharing here for a second. Have I been sharing my screen with you guys?
Nope.
Nice. So could you guys see any of that?
Yes.
You could see, well, now you can, but could you guys see like that Grant Cardone video?
No, I thought that was Andy Elliott.
Okay, nice. So Romex, what in your guys' opinion, why is Romex the best? Like, because in that Grant Cardone video, he said, right, he was like, are you sold? Are you sold on your product? Do you believe in your product? So tell me, guys, tell me why you believe that pest control is necessary and why you believe that Romex is the best.
It's necessary because otherwise you have to have an exterminator and you can push insects onto other people's properties and that's not fun. And I've seen that.
Yep. So going through this like industry knowledge, so need for pest control. This will go through, this talks about diseases and illnesses and damage caused by pests. So if you click on this like disease one, so nori rats, rats, mice, they carry things like Wells disease, rat bite fever, whatever that is, pox. And the way you can get it is by rat urine or rat saliva, parasites that come off of rats, mouse saliva, urine, feces. So you can get all these nasty diseases from having rodents around your house. Ticks, Lyme disease is not a joke. You can get ticks, you can get rabies, you can get all kinds of, oh, you can get rabies. That doesn't even say rabies. You cannot get rabies from ticks. You get those from tick bites. And how do you get tick bites? By walking around in your grass, by your dog walking through your grass and your dog getting bit. Dogs get Lyme disease. Mosquitoes, the deadliest thing in the world. You can get, West Nile virus and from mosquito bites. Flies, they hepatitis E, E. coli, tapeworm, you can get all kinds of nasty stuff. So do you guys think it's a good idea to let bugs roam around your house unmonitored by a professional? Probably not.
No.
Is this something that you should do? Like, should you like, or is it just kind of something you might want? Or is it something you need? Is pest control something you want or something you need?
Need.
You need it unless you want to die. So this is damage caused by pests. So nori rats, they can get in the attic, walls, cars, AC units, wires. And the damage they can cause is they can chew on all kinds of stuff, and then they can urinate and poop like on your insulation and make you have to get the insulation replaced, which is $10,000. Termites, they can eat the wooden walls, they can eat the wooden floors, and $10,000 worth of damage. Carpenter ants, they can eat the wooden walls, the wooden floors, $10,000. Now, the thing is, general pest control does not cover termites, right? But the technicians that are on the property, we just told all of our technicians in the company, hey, everybody be looking for termites. If you find termites, $50. Like, it's a good idea to have a professional on the property looking for signs of pest activity that you're not going to be aware of as a homeowner just doing your daily life. You're not going to know that that dirt on the side of your house is actually a termite tube causing tens of thousands of dollars of damage. You're not going to go crawling around your attic looking for signs of rodents. We're going to have a bait box on the side of the house monitoring for signs of rodents. And if rodents eat all the bait, we're going to be like, where are they hiding? Let's check the attic. Oh, you've got some rodents in your attic. Let's prevent this problem before it gets bad. Wasps, they can do stains on the walls, mud daubers, on the stucco and everything. They'll make stains on your like hardy board up in the eaves. Spiders, you can get spider bites really bad, but they'll also just put like webs and make it all mucky up there. So pest phobia, some people are just deathly afraid of it. Like they literally are so scared. So now let me ask that same question. Do you guys think that pest control is like why? Because you're supposed to be sold on it. So do you guys think that people should have a professional pest control service?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Or is it okay if someone's like, I'm just going to do it myself? Is that okay? Like,
No.
I mean, if they like know what they're doing, you know, or have been like trained or worked in the pest control industry, then yes. But other than that, no, not really.
yeah, for sure. You know, if they're professional and they have the products, like they own their own company or they like are licensed, which you do need to get licensed to buy certain products to be able to treat effectively. Like the fipronil that we use on that first treatment to get rid of the ant colonies, you can't buy that unless you have a license. And unless you use that product on an ant colony, you're not going to get rid of that ant colony. You're going to put the wrong product on the wrong pest, which is going to make the ants bud. It's going to make the ants satellite. So they're going to be like, we're dying. It's going to kill about 100 of them, but there's 1 million left in the colony. Those other 1 million are going to split and they're going to be like, cool, we're going to divide up and make sure we survive. At least one of us survives. I mean, yeah, if you're a professional and you're licensed and you know what products to use and you've been doing it for 20 years, awesome, do it yourself. If you're running to Home Depot and buying Roundup or whatever it is, it's a scam, dude. Like all that stuff at the store, they sell it because people will buy it. It does not work. It does not work. Every time I go to a house that has a pest infestation, they're like, oh, well, I tried this and I tried this and I tried this. And they spend like $200 on all this stuff that doesn't work. You cannot do pest control yourself. Not like we're doing it. Like it's a stupid waste of time and money. Like people should not be doing pest control themselves. And when someone tells you you're doing it themselves, you guys should like to the death be like, I mean, compliment them. Oh, awesome. Cool. What are you guys doing? What's working for you? But don't let them keep doing it themselves, dude. Like, don't do them that disservice. At least believe in the need for pest control enough to like show some conviction in it. So that's the need for pest control. Like, can you guys tell that I believe in pest control?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I believe in pest control. I've been doing it for 20 years, and I just have seen so much stuff. The people who call me with the worst infestations are always the people who do it themselves. Nobody ever calls me with a huge termite infestation or rodent infestation or like bug infestation of whatever. There's tons of types of bugs you can get infestation. Nobody ever calls me with an infestation that has a company. They always call me and they're like, oh, I've been doing it myself. People who say they're doing it themselves aren't doing anything to prevent the problem. And so the thing is, 80% of people in DFW use a professional service. So people need pest control. It's like lights in Texas. It's like an AC. There are some people who don't use an AC or a heater in the winter, but everybody does. So now, why is Romex the best option for them next to Dan Can? Because Dan Can is a better option. because of a couple things we'll go into. But right now we're talking about Romex. Why is Romex? And the fact is, Dan cannot get to all these customers. Like Romex can put on 1,000 customers a month. The fact is, Dan can't. Dan cannot be in all places at once, and there's an ocean of houses out there, and so it's not competition. Like there's a million residential houses, and if I got 20,000 of those, I'd be happy, and there'd still be 980,000 houses to go. So Romex, you guys tell me, why is Romex the best option for people to go with? Why do you guys believe in Romex? Why are you sold on the service?
I mean, generally,
You're not robbing people.
Okay, not robbing people. Skylar, what do you mean by that? Not robbing people?
So like, home teams got their big thing. Like I was talking to that rep. It's not really, you're like making a deal with the builder instead of the actual customer. So you're more concerned on, making millions of dollars via the builder instead of like, oh, I can sell this customer and then get better reports and sell more customers. You're like, oh, I can sell a $10 million system to 100 homes type thing,
Yeah, I like it. Marquise, why is Romex the best? Why are you sold on it?
I feel like to me, we give like better deals with more stuff with it. Like it comes with more. Then from what I heard with you, we do give more to them, and it's for a very affordable price. So I like that is happening. That's all I have to say right now, sir.
Nice. What about you, Rashad? Why are you sold on the service?
I mean, we give basically everything that the other companies offer with more. We can work with their pricing, but generally we're not so much focused on getting the money and going, rather like making sure that they have the best service that's tailored to that specific customer. Like Skylar was saying, the other company is more like a broad, kind of just, this is what everybody gets and this is the price and we can reach this many people. And I like how I'm able to tailor to specific customers' needs.
Yeah, I like it. And there's probably 1,000 pest control companies out there, and there's new ones popping up all the time. And you guys are right that there are they basically do the same stuff, but you do need to understand some things that will make a company different. And so there are tons of reasons why Romex, the whole model, because I chose to sell for Romex. I interviewed all the companies out there. I could go sell for Orkin. I ran into the owner of Moxie today. I was at this thing at my church, and I ran into the owner of Moxie. He owns a $80 million pest control company. He's worth $80 million. I think his company's worth like 25. I think he does like 25 million in revenue. I worked with him 10 years ago. It was the first door-to-door company I knocked with was Moxie out here in Texas. And I just like, boom, ran into him at church, and he's doing great. So I interviewed all these companies, and I chose to sell for Romex. One of the criteria is, like, I'll go into a lot of them, but one of them is rodents. Rodents is the worst issue that anybody will ever get in DFW because it can do tons of structural damage and tons of health damage. And Moxie does not do rodents in the attic. Home Team does not do rodents in the attic. Massey does not do rodents in the attic. Their technicians are not trained. It does not go through their brain thinking, oh, I wonder if this person has rodents. I wonder if I could set up a free inspection to check the attic for rodents. It's just not something they provide because it's a service that isn't as profitable as general pest control. It's way higher liability. Having people climb on roofs or climb through the attic, it's way harder to solve and actually take care of the problem because you're dealing with a rodent with a brain rather than just a bug. And so a lot of companies, they just say, yeah, no, I'm good. I'll pass on that. I'll bite the bullet on saying, yeah, we don't do rodents. A lot of them, they refer it out to a different company, which means that company is going to come out and do a one-time service to kind of remedy the problem. And then you're back to square one. You have to have somebody monitoring the problem. That's one reason I chose Romex, is because they have an amazing rodent department. But besides that, there's a lot of other reasons. Most large companies, the owner is absent. The owner could care less. The owner's just like checking his bank account, and that's it. Brandon, I mean, we have videos with him. He's very involved. I text him all the time. He's very involved in the company. And it makes a big difference having a real person that's still working in the company, have a heart in the company, care about the company. It's almost like an ego thing. And so starting at the top with an owner that cares, and then having the branches be local. So having like the people you're calling, Travis, he lives here local, the office manager. And so having local people that care about it, then on the tech level, having technicians here live here locally, down to the level of compensation, the way that they compensate technicians, they pay them a salary. They put a max of 12 stops on them. So they're not trying to burn through a bunch of stops and make money. I think it comes down to is it's not as profit motivated. It's not as money motivated as it is quality and people satisfaction. Like Brandon has enough money. He's good, but he does it because he cares and he wants to deliver a quality company. And so I was talking one reason. So I was texting Ryan yesterday. I was talking about this area that I was knocking. I was like, dude, this area is incredible. He was like, oh, I was going to go knock there yesterday. And then, so this is just what he said. You can literally see it like right here from Ryan. He said, Romex service is the best around. Like that's what he said. I was like, Romex has a really good technicians in hand, really good office support. And he says, I've had so few complaints. So he's been selling with Romex for a year and you don't get complaints. They handle their stuff. The office support is amazing. The office support is way better than other companies. Rather than sit on the phone for an hour and talk to robots, you actually talk to live people. I was in the office in Utah. And I was in the office with Brandon, and someone came in and was like, hey, Brandon, remind you, Brandon, he owns like a $30 million pest control company. And the office staff comes in and asks him, the owner of these 5 branches, hey, this person had a question about like their last service and this and that. And the customer is basically just trying to get this like a refund of the service for free. And he was like, take care of the customer. He's like, just take care of the customer. And so they're going to do those things that don't always make business sense or financial sense to just make sure the customer is taken care of. And so like so much better than 99% of the companies out there. So if you're not 100% sold on it, you can go off of like how sold I am for now until you realize, knowing all the different pest control companies, like, wow, this company actually does really stand out. Like I knock for Romex. I want to be able to say this company is the one you should go for. So quick little one. You should watch these, but this is a quick one. So you should watch these videos too. Understanding the different types of pest control companies. So there are national companies. That's like Terminex, Rollins, Home Team. Rollins is like Orkin, Massey. Those are companies that are national. They're huge. And so when you run into those companies, like knowing, okay, that's a national company and we're better than them because of this reason, because we're local. So we understand the local problems and our service protocols are designed to custom fit these local issues, rather than Terminex has big general protocols. They just kind of use the same product across the entire nation. And it's all just kind of a very general pest control, mainly focused on profit, because most of those national companies are publicly owned, which means that you could literally go buy stock in these companies and you could own a piece of the company. And so it's all based on profit because they're trying to give their shareholders as much of a return as possible. So they're trimming it as much as they can. Like I was on Home Team's website yesterday and I was just going through like their protocols on their website. And it's like step 1, we inspect. Step 2, we do a base treatment focusing on cracks and crevices. Step 3, I don't remember what it was. They had like 6 steps, but only one was sweep the eaves, one was do a perimeter treatment focusing on cracks or crevices, and one of them was do the tube system. And so I was able to look at that and be like, I know they don't spray inside the tube system because it doesn't work most of the time, and because the technicians are hugging a 40-pound thing across their grass every time when they got 20 stops a day. Most of the time, they're not even sweeping the eaves. So basically, Home Team service came down to a crack and crevice treatment around the foundation, which means they're not even doing a full power spray along the entire foundation. They're literally spot treating the cracks and crevices. They're like maybe windowsills, like maybe little around the doors, entry points like that. Like I was like, wow, that leaves so much room for them to be able to put so little product to be able to push their profit margins. And so like, I was like, man, Romex is way better. That's when I was texting because we were talking about how Home Team's just like Massey. He asked me, why is Home Team? Why are we better than Massey and ABC? So those are kind of almost maybe regional companies. But the thing is, again, those ones are based on profit, and pest control is one service that they provide. But ABC does lawn care, pool care, house cleaning, repairs, and pest control is just like one of their things that they do. They don't like specialize in pest control. They're not a pest control company. They're a service company, and pest control is just kind of something they do. But when it comes to pest control and you're dealing with products on a home, you want to go with a pest professional and not just be one of the revenue sources that these huge companies have developed. You know, pest control for these companies are basically just another way to make money and upsell the current customers that they have. That's why they offer it, not because they're pest professionals, but because they're profit professionals. Same thing with Massey. They offer all these different kinds of services, and pest control is just a great way to upsell them and get a residual money out of them. So those are 2. Summer sales, knowing the different summer sales companies. So Aptive for sure, Hawks, Urban X, Edge, Anthem, all those companies are all based out of Utah, and they all do summer sales. And most of them, their business model is to grow a company and then sell it for a multiple and make money. It's all just a business plan to put on accounts and make money. They're not a pest control company. They are a sales company, and they are a marketing company. So Romex is not a door-to-door pest control sales company. Romex is a pest control company because they don't have an in-house sales organization. They hire marketing companies to sell for their pest control company. They're a pest control company. They use door-to-door sales, yeah, but they're more on the pest control side than they are on like the door-to-door side. And then you've got like local companies. Romex would probably qualify more as a local company, which when you watch these videos, you're going to see that Parker Langenbelt, who sold like 400 accounts in a month and is like the chief like sales officer for what is it? I think UrbanX. He said that local companies are always the best. Local companies are always the best because they're always going to do the most. You're always going to get the best value. They're going to care. And so they talk about how local companies are always the best. And there's a couple of those out there. So like you guys will run into local companies. That's not really your target market. That's not who you're trying to switch over. If someone's with a great company, awesome, good for them. They found the solution that you believe that they should get. They should have a quality pest control company taking care of their pest control needs. Sweet, awesome. I'm glad you're taking care of it. No pressure. Maybe just let them know to come out this week and check on the fire ants because we're doing a couple fire ant treatments. And then if we can all treat together, it's more effective. But don't waste your time trying to sell someone who's got some like little local guy that's doing a service for super cheap. So And the thing is, those local companies are typically priced like the very cheapest, because a lot of time it's like the owner is still holding one of the positions in the company, so they don't need as much, like he's still doing a lot of the work. So if like if he's going out and spraying the house, he's cutting out the cost of labor. And so you're mainly looking for like the Terminixes, the Massey's, the ABCs, because those are all priced, they're all typically priced higher too. And you're definitely looking for the summer sales companies, because those people have already bought pest control from somebody door to door. So if somebody has a summer sales company, it means they bought pest control from someone on the door, which means you know that they're more likely to buy pest control from somebody on the doors again. If you can get the price a little better, or add the services, or show them how we're local, because none of those summer sales companies are ever like that great of quality. So you can really switch them. So understanding those things, again here. So this is something that I'd recommend you guys doing, and then I'll be done, because I know we've been taking some time, but you guys should just go on Google in the area that you're knocking. So like Rashad and Marquise over here, like Dan can, okay, you know, there's a company. I mean, you'll probably run into some of us. They're going to be really hard to switch, because we do a really good job. They have dedicated service experts that really take care of them. So good luck switching one. You can try. Summers Pest Control. So good local one. And the thing about these local companies is there's so many houses that they're only going to have like 1,000 customers. So it's not like they're going to be everywhere. One of the big ones you notice though is Adams Exterminating Company. So they're a local pest control company that's been around for about 30 years. They don't do rodents in the attic. They don't sweep the eaves. They don't do the yard. And when you run into them, just knowing that, Massey Pest Control Services 4.4. Massey has a 4.4. Can you switch them? Heck yeah. It bugs us, or pest, I don't know. That's some little local guy. Adams, 5 stars, 1,000 times. They're good. Dave's Pest Control. So, and then you can click on like their websites and stuff and look around too. But like ABC is a very local one around here. They are just priced super high, and they do all kinds of services. So they should be easy to switch. All Safe Pest Control, Romney Pest Control. Romney Pest Control just sold the company. So if you run into them, they should be easy to switch. So that was just kind of working the way through the Google class, to the advanced one. Did you guys learn anything from that? Do you guys feel like you understand the industry a little bit better, or feel like a little bit more of an expert, advanced, and believe in it a little bit more? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Well, let me get one, or if you all want to, I mean, right now is basically your time to role play. So you can bounce off if you want, and you can go role play yourself. If you want to give me a quick role play, one of you guys, who can give me a switch over role play? Who can try to switch me over from home team?
I'll do it.
Nice.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hey, how you doing today, sir? I'm Shaw Johnson, the area manager for Romax Pest Control. I'm actually in the area taking care of Nancy Smith, James Porter, another 10 of your neighbors. The main issue we've been getting has been a lot of spiders and mice because of the construction and weather. But now, if I can help you while I'm taking Nancy Smith, tomorrow I'm doing it for super cheap.
I've got somebody already though, so I'm good. I appreciate it.
No problem. Great. That's why I'm here. Everyone in this neighborhood actually already had somebody. I've been switching a lot of your neighbors over just because, not because they weren't happy with what they got, but just they get a little bit more for what they're paying.
Okay.
So if I could ask you a quick question, sir, you would say that your pest control company, they come, they sweep the eaves, and they spray the yard pretty much, right?
Yeah,
And would you say they do anything else outside of that?
I think they spray the base of my house, and
And
then
the
the
well,
yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
okay. Now, and I'm pretty sure they have the warranty, right, where they can come back at any time if needed.
Yeah.
Great. Now, we do those services as well. How much are you currently paying? About like 149 a quarter, right? Or every other month, or where they got you at?
Yeah, I think they come out quarterly, 149.
149. Perfect. Perfect. And so you agree, have you ever been here for one of their services?
Yeah, it's here for like the first one and a couple of them, yeah.
So you've seen, they're here for about 5, 10 minutes, maybe 15 sometimes, right?
Um, yeah, I mean, I got home team and they just kind of go down the street doing a couple houses. And yeah,
Of
I mean,
course.
one time
Oh,
they knocked on the door. I was like, oh, hey. And then I went back out like 15 minutes later to like tell them something, and the truck was gone. I was like, where'd they go? So yeah, I mean, they weren't here too long.
okay. Perfect. I've been in the pest control industry for a couple years now, sir. Nothing wrong with you guys got. They're actually a great company, $1 billion company. So they service a lot of people in this neighborhood. Actually, they're in with the builders. Um, there's nothing wrong with that. What you don't get with them though is actual like attention to your home. So they don't really pay too much attention to your home when servicing. They actually do something really quick. Now we do the same thing, but we believe in giving our customers quality service. And what I mean by that, sir, is we're only allowed to put 12 people on a route per day because of how long our service is and thorough. So they've got about 25 people getting done on the route or more, so they can only be here for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I know you've probably seen their website. There's no way in 15 minutes they're able to drag that big old tube to your home. You're saying you've never seen them use the injection application, right, sir?
I think they did it the first time, but no, I don't think my office is right here in the front of the house, and no.
Okay, great. And that's just because that's more of a marketing tool. So that's not really something that they actually do. It's just to kind of get their foot in the door to meet you and get you guys signed up. And there's nothing wrong with that. We prefer not to let the bugs even get in the wall. So we actually have a dust injection that we use that's a lot more safer. It actually has 57 exits versus those maybe 7 with that tube. On top of that, those weep holes are for to let moisture out of your home. They're putting moisture in your home, and there's no way for us to actually fix that if something goes wrong, them or us. So there's no way to access that system if it fails, which means that little tiny $5 tube that they have in there is about the size of a coffee bean. If it were to burst, it'd be pretty much over for your home as far as moisture problems go in the plaster of your wall. And that's the frame of your home. So there's a lot more that goes into fixing that than it would be for us because we're just using something that was built in the home to protect it. So it's very beneficial for you to not use that, service. On top of us doing exactly what they do, we actually have a couple more things that we do. So we like to granulate the yard, front and back, create a perimeter around the home, spray 3 feet up and out, not just the base of the home. And we sweep all eaves of the home. So if you have 2 or 3 levels, we like to get up there as well with a ladder. In 15 minutes, I just don't think they're doing too much. Like I said, they're not even treating for ants. You might get rodents. They might treat if you tell them, but we're more into rodent prevention. So we prefer to address the situation before it becomes a problem, sir. So I know you're saying you're not seeing any bugs, which is great. That's perfect. I just think that for 149, you should be getting the full service, and we actually don't even charge 149 per quarter, so I can actually get you down lower. But besides that, I'm offering 2 more services that they don't offer for less. On top of that, that us as a local company, we only deal with people in this area, so we address problems only in this area. So it's more beneficial for you as a customer because you know we care. It's not just another person on the list that we have to take care of for the day. Like I said, we only do 12 people a day. So attention to your home would be very thorough. All I need is name and number to get started though, sir. Get you guys started. Typically our first service, initial clean out, like I said earlier, would be about $300 because of the size of your home. But if we're able to take care of this today, I know you guys are going to get a cancel fee. So what I'll do for you is I'll make that first one $29. That way it offsets the price that you're going to have to pay to get out of that service. I'll get down.
They didn't say there was a contract. They said I could get out anytime I wanted.
Oh, you can get out anytime you want it. Well, perfect. Well, all I really need is your name, number to get started. I can text them on the website right now. I just need your name, number, and address to let them know that they're no longer needed. And then I can get you down for that first one for just $50, just so you conveniently are switching. And we'll be back in 30 days to take care of those hatching eggs. And like I said,
put my information here on their website and then just say, like on the guide pad right there, can I just do that and cancel with them first?
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
and that message, and then we get set up.
Yes, yeah. They'll send you an email and then you'll be set.
Okay, well that's easy. Yeah, let's go and do it.
Alrighty, sir. Need your name and number. Boop boop. And yeah.
Nice.
You're all set. See you. It's 10 a.m. fine after Nancy. I got her at 9.
Yeah, that works.
All right, sir. You have my information. If there are any further questions, I'll reach out. Have a wonderful evening.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So that was really good, Rashad. I saw a lot of improvement there. I think that would do really well on the doors with people. So take notes from that, guys. Role play a little bit. I got to jump on this interview here real quick. But get out there. Goals for today. What are you guys' goals for today? You can, if all 3 of you can put a sale on the board today, then what? We'll go to dinner on Thursday night at 6 o'clock. And dinner will be on me, plus I'll send you $20. If all 3 of you can get on the board today. At least one.
Dan, I gotta call you and talk about something, okay?
Okay, I gotta jump.
Yeah, you gotta call, so just let me know when you're done.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay, we'll see ya.
Sweet.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.